Hi, I'm Dan Stevens. I am the founder of Restore Life Counseling. That's a Christian nonprofit counseling and research center that specializes in helping people overcome pornography addiction, sex addiction, infidelity, and betrayal trauma. And we're starting a project. I'm the only full-time staff member. There's also my assistant, Jenna, and then, of course, the lovely people who are on my board of directors. But we're taking on a really big project that is bigger than us, so we need a lot of help. Here's what we're doing. We're launching a recovery outcomes study. We want to understand the outcomes and prognosis of people who are overcoming pornography addiction, sex addiction, infidelity, and betrayal trauma versus other addictions and traumas. We want to learn how we can help people accelerate their recovery journeys, and whether that's the people who are participating in the study or the people who find out about the study after everything is published. In order to do those things, we need to recruit a very large sample set in order to make sure that we're getting good data. So we're looking at recruiting 10,000 people a year for cross-sectional research just to see what's going on in recovery that year, or in the people who take the survey that year. We need to recruit and retain at least 1,000 people per year to continue taking the check-in surveys at various intervals for 10 years or more so that we can see what the long-term prognosis of recovery looks like. It's a lot of participants. So the number one need that we have is study participants. So if your life has been touched by these issues in some way, please consider registering for the study and participating. If you are a recovery community leader, whether that's the NA, SA, SAA, SLAA, any of the other 12-step groups, the anonymous groups, a faith-based group like Celebrate Recovery or Regen Recovery or Harvest or Pure Desire or any of the others, right? 423 Men is another one. Intercept. There's a bunch of them out there. There's more than I know, so if I didn't include your community, please don't be offended. But if you are a recovery community leader, you are going to be the most powerful people to help spread the word about this project and help us get the data that we're looking for that then comes back out to your community to provide guidance on how we can get people off of this stuff faster and out of these addictive cycles faster. We also need more researchers, more clinicians. We need pastors and church staff. One of my passions in this project is to equip the church to do this, to do a better job of doing this, because so many of my clients and clinicians who work with this, you'll sympathize, but many of my clients have been hurt by the church because of well-meaning but unskilled help from the church on these topics. I want to see the church do better because I love the church. And after all of that, we're still going to need some financial support. There is a lot of cost associated with taking on a project like this. The largest cost is the promotion, the spreading of the word. So there's going to be some advertising cost. There's going to be some time cost so that I can be doing podcast interviews or something with people who are influencers in this niche of the world instead of seeing clients. Right now, that's how I pay my bills, is seeing clients. We're going to need some help with software costs because as participants in the study increase and as we have more responses, that software package that needs to be kept protected and secure, that gets bigger. So those costs are going to go up over time. I'm not a statistician, so I'm going to have to pay a statistician or have someone volunteer their time. But most likely we're going to have to pay somebody for that because it's a high-level skill set. It would also be wonderful if we can pay a stipend to any of the researchers who help with this project. I think a worker is worth their due, so it makes sense to pay people when we can. I am committed to being transparent and accountable to the people who benefit from this research. And to me, that's the people who are in recovery from one of the things that we work with. Those are the clinicians, the support community leaders, the pastors, the ministry leaders who are helping those people get out of this. I will not take any politically motivated grants. That means that I have to be completely financially transparent and accountable to the people who support this project. So there's going to be other subject knowledge experts that help me to execute that transparency. But as far as I know right now, what that means is publishing our Form 990s and publishing our financial statements for the community to check and hold us accountable if you want to. If you're a CPA, that's another type of help I could really use. Thank you for your time, and if you can help with this project in any way, thank you, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you.